Hi, I just wanted to give you a little preview here of the mining setup that I have here. Just walk you through a little bit. As you can see, I got 3 units on the bottom that look a little bit different than that unit right there. And then there's another unit right on the top up there. That's a Spondoolies SP20. Does about 1.7 terahashes a second. That's a scrypt miner right there. To be honest with you, that thing's not very profitable, and I'll probably be shutting that thing down and using the electricity for something more profitable. But these here are the 3 Antminer S4s that I have. They do a really good job. They each are 2 terahashes each. So that's 6 terahashes right there. And then the Spondoolies on top is takes it up to 7.7, I guess that would be, terahash for the units. So they do a really good job. Have them on just a little baker's rack type of thing there I got at Home Depot. Now, one thing interesting that if you're thinking about getting into this, what you might want to think about is, of course, you can hear the noise. They're fairly noisy, but I guess the one thing that some people anyway, have a problem with is the heat. You can hear those fans are really screaming, and they're putting out heat. The Antminer S4s, the heat coming out of that, the temperature right at those fans is about 95 degrees. The Spondoolies unit at the top is a little warmer. That comes off about at 115 degrees, 115 something, maybe 120. And you can see what I've done there. I've turned it sideways and attached a heating tube to it. Just a normal 6-inch, actually I think it was 7-inch, and it reduces down to 6. And then a flexible pipe that goes into this room over here. As you can see, I have exotic birds back there, and what happens is that the heat from that unit goes into that room over there and heats that room. The doors are closed on it, so it's a sealed, not sealed, but I mean it's a sort of a contained room in there. Now that keeps that one Spondoolies keeps that room at about 70 degrees in there. Now that's pretty good. We used to heat that with electric heaters. Used to be 2 of them in there, and electric heaters are quite expensive. So right now what I have is that Spondoolies, I've shut off the electric heaters, and just the Spondoolies is heating that room in there. And it does a pretty good job too, because it's been down to single digits, and that room has stayed at 70 degrees in there. So that's an added benefit, the heat that comes off there, if you can use it. Now, the heat that's in this rec room in here, as you can see over here, I used to have well, I still do, that's a pellet stove. I used to run that to keep this area warm in here. It's about, I don't know, about 15 by 30 in here. And that used to burn up 2 bags of pellets in a 24-hour period. So each bag of pellet is $5. So that's $10 a day to heat this area in here. So these units are doing it all by themselves, and it keeps it about 75 in here, I guess. Even on days when it's been down to single digits, it's never dropped below 65 down here, but most of the time it hovers around 70. So I can use the heat that comes off these. So for me, I save money by not using the pellet stove, and I save money by not using electric heaters. So whatever these miners produce in bitcoins, I also am making even more money by the savings in electricity from the electric heaters that I would have normally ran, and the $10 a day I would be spending in pellets. So keep that in mind. If you can use the heat, great. It's a benefit. If you can't use the heat, well, then that's a drawback that you might want to consider. If you're in an apartment or something like that, and first of all you have the noise, and then second of all you have the heat in there, you'd almost have to be opening the windows depending on how many of these units you had. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about going into the mining. And also keep in mind too that these units, each one of these units require a separate 15 amp electrical supply. I have four separate circuits that run out here. I don't know whether you can see them here. There are four separate circuits right there that run into this room. You can see I have that's my network switch there. But four separate circuits for the 4 units, and then the scrypt unit, I have a separate line. You can see that orange cord that runs across the room to another receptacle over there. The scrypt unit doesn't draw as much as the other 4 Bitcoin units draw, but keep that in mind because you can't really just plug them into any plug if you're like in a home or in an apartment. I mean, you can plug them in there, but if you have anything else on that circuit, like for instance you have TV or an entertainment center on that circuit, and you plug this in, boom, your circuit breaker is going to go out. It won't hold it, because this takes about probably anywhere from 12, 13 amps from a 15 amp circuit. That doesn't leave much left over. Maybe a light bulb or something, but pretty much you're going to have a dedicated circuit. So another thing to keep in mind if you're going to run, you know, multiples of these high-powered hashing units. So, all right, so just something to keep in mind. If you have any questions, give me down in the comments section of the video. You can leave some questions down there. I'd be certainly glad to answer it, or leave a response on the blog itself. So, all right, thanks for watching.